And we welcome you into the next edition of Dodgers Daily for Sunday, August 14th. I'm Casey Porter of Dodger Poke Report. I'm so glad that you've decided to tune in. There was a lot of exciting action last night down on the farm. Oklahoma City, they finally broke their 6-game losing streak. Tulsa had 2 early home runs but could not hold on. Kendall Williams gave the Loons a great start, and Great Lakes won a big game last night in front of a big crowd at Dow Diamond. Ynier Fernandez went deep again for the Quakes, and Sean McLean was all over the place. He had a great game with a couple of hits and really flashed the leather. We're going to get to all of it, so let's not waste any more time, and let's talk some Dodgers minor league baseball. Oklahoma City scored 5 times in the bottom of the 8th inning to overtake Round Rock, the AAA affiliates of the Rangers, 9-5 in front of a great crowd at Bricktown Ballpark of 8,988. Drew Avans extended his on-base streak to 49 games with a base hit in his second at-bat that you're seeing in this video. He spiked it into right field. Avans leads Oklahoma City in batting average at 289, on-base percentage at 387, and triples. He is having a really good year, and he is a really good player. Ryan Noda had a hit, was on base 3 times, and had 2 RBIs. Noda is second in the Pacific Coast League in walks, and he's also second on the team in stolen bases with 13, but then on the power side, he's second on the team and 7th in the PCL in home runs with 19. He is just a great offensive player. As you can see in this video, where I will describe to you what a great crowd it was last night at Bricktown Ballpark. It seats a little over 9,000, and there were 8,988 fans last night, so congratulations to the community of Oklahoma City for packing the place last night, and it is deserved because this AAA Oklahoma City team, I know they've lost 6 in a row, but they are one of the funnest teams in the minor leagues to watch. Jason Martin had 2 hits for Oklahoma City. He was on base 3 times as well. He leads the team in slugging percentage at 575, OPS at 955, RBIs with 82, and it's just 1 point off the team lead in batting average at 288. So Jason Martin, the left-hander out of the L.A. area, who played really well down the stretch for Texas in his last 40 at-bats last year with the Rangers and in MLB action, he hit like 340, something like that. So he proved at the end of last year that he can hit major league pitching. He's had a great year so far this year, so it'll be interesting to see what the club does with the left-handed outfielder. I know Dodger fans will be excited to see this. Edwin Rios had a 2 RBI base hit last night, and he's hitting .295 with an OPS of 759 in his rehab with AAA Oklahoma City. So very exciting to see Edwin Rios back in action and doing well. Right-handed pitcher Marshall Kasowski might be the most unsung and underrated player of any position. He's a pitcher for AAA Oklahoma City that you're seeing, but he might be the most unsung and underrated player of any player in the entire organization. He threw another clean inning last night for Oklahoma City. Check this out. Kasowski's ERA on the year is down to 2.09. He has thrown 4 scoreless outings in a row, 9 out of his last 10, and he's only allowed 2 runs since the beginning of July. He is having a great year. He's been this way all year, just kind of quietly having a great year in AAA Oklahoma City. So Marshall Kasowski doing a great job. Jake Reed threw a clean inning for Oklahoma City, and he has yet to allow an earned run with Oklahoma City in his 4 outings since he came up from the complex, and he has also yet to walk a batter. If you go to my Instagram, Twitter, or Facebook, you can watch every pitch of his outing. So Jake Reed had a really good outing last night. He has thrown very well for AAA Oklahoma City. The AA Tulsa Drillers got off to a quick start with this home run from Leonel Valera in the 1st inning. They also got a home run in the 2nd inning from Ismael Alcantara. So with 2 solo home runs, they took a 2-0 lead, but then did not score after the 2nd inning and lost 6-2 to Midland, the AA affiliates of the Oakland A's, at beautiful One Oak Field in front of 5,593 fans. This is Leonel Valera, home run number 6 on the year, and as you can see, it was a blast. He's hitting .293 with an OPS of 814 since being promoted to AA Tulsa from High A Great Lakes. Well, so here's the second of pretty much only 2 offensive highlights for the Drillers last evening. This is Ismael Alcantara. Friday night he hit a triple to show off his speed. Last night he hit a home run to show off his power. A direct quote from a former teammate that I was talking about Alcantara to. his quote was, "Alcantara is the real deal." So congratulations to Ismael Alcantara first for getting moved up to Double-A, getting the triple on Friday, and now the home run last night. Left-handed pitcher out of Hofstra, John Rooney, had a good outing for Tulsa, going 3.1 innings, giving up just 1 run. He had 5 strikeouts on the night and just 1 walk. His strikeout-to-walk ratio is right at 3-1 on the year, so the left-hander, like I said, out of Hofstra and originally Scotticoke, New York, that area of the world, John Rooney is throwing well for the Drillers. The High A Great Lakes Loons scored 2 runs in an inning on 3 different occasions last night and blanked Peoria, the Double-A affiliates, not the Double-A, the High A affiliates of the Cardinals, 6-0 at Dow Diamond in front of 3,794 very happy fans at Dow Diamond in Midland, Michigan. Kendall Williams, as you're seeing here, 6'6" product out of Mississippi, and then went to IMG Academy in Florida. Had a great outing last night. He went 5 innings, gave up no runs, struck out 3. He has the big frame at 6'6". He features that split finger that you just saw, and he pairs that with a really good slider. So great work from Kendall Williams on a great outing last night for the Great Lakes Loons en route to a victory over Peoria. Jorbit Vivas has been on a tear lately. He had 3 hits last night for the Loons, which is his second 3-hit game of the month, his second 3-hit game of the month, and he now has 6 multi-hit games in August. So Jorbit Vivas has playing great offense for the High A Great Lakes Loons. Antonio Knowles did his thing last night and had another scoreless outing for the Loons, which marks his 3rd out of his last 4. His batting average against, meaning hitters are hitting only 158 against him. His whip is 0.80 this month in August. In the last 2 months, August and July combined, he has 23 strikeouts to just 3 walks. So Antonio Knowles, the Key West native, boy, he's having a really good year. He has that slider. Look at that slider. One of the best pitches in all of baseball. Big right-hander out of Venezuela, Aldri Acosta, has been absolutely Mr. Automatic for the Loons since returning. Check this out. Since returning off of the injured list on July 14th, he has yet to give up a run. He did not give up a run the outing right before he went on the injured list. He has not given up a run since he has come back. He is from Venezuela, and boy, I'll tell you what, the Dodgers have made a long haul out of Venezuela. Of course, the number 1 prospect and catcher, Diego Cartaya, is also Venezuelan. Yanir Fernandez, and then Jesus Galiz, a catcher in the system, is also Venezuelan as well. So Venezuela has been good to the Dodgers, and the Dodgers have been good to the Venezuelan players. And here's Aldri Acosta throwing up another 0. Left-hander out of Syracuse, New York, Jeff Belge had a clean outing for Great Lakes in his 1 inning. He had a strikeout and no walks. His strikeout-to-walk ratio since the beginning of July is 3-1. So the left-hander out of Syracuse is pitching very well and doing a very good job. I know he has a lot of support. He is very fun to watch. So congratulations to Jeff Belge on a very good outing last night. That is Max Hewitt at second base, by the way. Oklahoma State boy, so good to see him. Left-hander Julian Smith out of Catawba Valley Community College had a scoreless outing last night for the Loons. Struck out 2 and walked none. The slider was on point. You can see it on this video. I can describe it as best I can for your podcast listeners, but it's a left-handed slider that likes to go to the back door and to the back foot of right-handers, and it was on point last night for the 25-year-old left-hander, as I said, out of Catawba County or Catawba Valley Community College. Single A Rancho Cucamonga scored 4 in the 5th to take a 7-2 lead, then much like Friday night, just had to hold on down the stretch to win 7-4 over Lake Elsinore. The low A affiliates of the San Diego Padres. Jake Vogel got the scoring started for Rancho with a 2 RBI double. Vogel has hits in 3 games in a row, 7 of his last 8 and 9 of his last 11. His on-base percentage this month is .341. Jake Vogel having a good offensive month. Kyle Fromke, originally from Round Rock, Texas, and then to Oregon. The Oregon Ducks, played his college baseball there, had a 2-hit night for his second night in a row where he's had 2 hits, and he has hits in 3 games in a row overall. He has 5 for his last 9. He has 3 multi-hit games out of his last 5 that he's played this month, and is hitting .417 in August with an OPS of .962. Let me say that again. Kyle Fromke is hitting .417 in August with an OPS of .962. So the Oregon Duck via Round Rock, Texas, is playing very good offense here this month in August. Sean McLean had 2 hits for the Quakes and has multi-hit games in 2 of his last 4 with a double, 2 RBIs, 3 runs scored, and 6 total bases. But we're not going to be done with McLean. We're not going to get to it on the next video, but wait until you watch him flash the leather later in this podcast. He is just playing tremendous defense from a shortstop position for Low A Rancho Cucamonga. 19-year-old catcher out of Venezuela, Yainer Fernandez, had 2 more hits last night. He has hits in 4 games in a row and has a hit in all but 1 game this month. In August, he's hitting .287 on the year with an OPS of .799. He is part of that class where the Dodgers in their international draft signed a Venezuelan catcher in 3 consecutive years with Diego Cartaya, Yainer Fernandez, and then Jesus Calise. All catchers out of Venezuela, not drafted, but signed in back-to-back years, 3 years in a row out of Venezuela. I'll tell you what, left-handed pitcher Christian Suarez, I think he's starting to turn a corner. In fact, I really think he's starting to turn a corner. He has not allowed an earned run in 5 outings in a row. If he keeps throwing like he did last night, that streak's going to stay intact for quite a while because the back foot slider, the backdoor slider, the 4-slot fastball that you saw on that pitch right there was very, very good. He had 4 strikeouts and 1.2 innings of action. Most importantly for Suarez, he had no walks. That's why I think he's really starting to turn a corner. Check out the breaking ball from 23-year-old Reynaldo De Paula. De Paula has his ERA down to 3.33 on the year, his whip down to 1.19. He has not allowed a run in 5 outings in a row, 6 out of his last 7. His batting average against this month in August is just 105. Hitters are hitting just 105 against the big right-hander Reynaldo De Paula. Okay, I promised you earlier, and here it is, the defense from Sean McLean. Look at him go to his right, throw across his body. That's about a 40-yard throw, in case you're wondering. Then go to his left, in the hole behind second base, get up and throw the runner out at first base. So 2 great plays from the shortstop out of Arizona State, Sean McLean, flashing the leather. I'm glad that you tuned in to another edition of Dodgers Daily for Sunday, August 14th, and I hope that you tune in tomorrow. I also hope that you visit DodgerPokeReport.com or visit Dodger Poke on all the social media platforms, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, or TikTok. And I also hope that you become a subscriber to our podcast, Dodgers Daily. Also, if you like this content, make sure and spread the word, subscribe, like, and leave a comment so we can provide you more content like this in the future. As always, thanks for tuning in, and go Dodgers.